This is a Podfire production.
It's the highest of standards, on the peak we have landed. It's not silver, it's not gold, you want the best, take advantage. Go platinum. You know you wanna do it. Go platinum, you know you wanna do it. Go platinum.
We're live. Are we live yet, boys? Boys, are we live?
I feel alive.
Do you feel alive?
I do, and
I feel alive. There's 4 of us today too. How exciting!
Well,
We've got
that's
people
because you
already
asked us
starting
all
to
be
join
here.
us. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
We are here
Wednesday's
on a
on
Wednesday,
Thursday.
which is
Yeah.
not Thursday. We're supposed to be here on a Thursday. Consistency is what it's supposed to be all about. But I fucked that up, so I apologise.
Not helping with knowing what day of the week it is.
So yeah, exactly. Chris has got issues this week with knowing
Issues.
knowing what day of the week it's
It's
been
not
and
this
what it
week.
is. It's actually normal that you've got issues, but that's okay. So, g'day guys. Brett McCallum here, CEO of Platinum Standard Grading. Rob Verhoeve, the General Manager of Platinum Standard Grading. Pugs, our Chief Cardiologist, and Christopher, the GM of Media 8. We're here today to entertain you, enjoy things, and talk shit about cards and all that stuff. But today's the wrong day. We're not usually live today. We're usually live tomorrow. And that's because we're at a sports tech conference tomorrow.
Woo.
And we would have missed it. And we don't want to miss it because it's very important. But when you see this online later, it's actually today. So then we don't miss it.
That's good. That couldn't be more
Couldn't be
truthful.
more confusing.
But that's okay. We've got some people already joined us. Cusso1,
Hi, Mum.
Gold Gourmet Foods, tuned John West. Oh, I love a good John West tuner. DM Farugia, Mojo Chasers, Jay Smith 60, and Cohen KR. Jay Smith 60.
So that's
Very,
John.
very special
That'll
one.
be
So, John, mate, I have tried to call you a couple of times today, but we haven't had much of a chance. So we did have to bring this forward. So we've got some special news for you next week. So,
Get well soon, John.
yeah, John is JCS
JCS
Toys. So yeah, he's he had a little operation last week. All is good, but he's on the mend, which is good.
So
Yeah, he actually had Liam in the shop
I heard.
helping out over the
Yeah,
weekend.
Daddy Longneck was there.
So I heard the shop survived, so that's a
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah,
So-
well, and so we will have. The plan is that we'll be talking to John next Thursday on our podcast.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice.
which will
Looking
be really
forward
good.
to that.
Yeah,
Some exciting news coming out of that as well, which is very, very exciting.
huge news.
And today we're proudly brought to you, obviously, by Platinum Standard Grading, Podfire, which is on my hat, and Not Slam Magazine,
Slam.
because you're not wearing one of our branded hats.
I
Because he
don't
lost
have
it.
it. We went through this last week.
Oh, that's right.
He left
Lost
it.
it.
Left it
That's
on
He
right.
a
lost
chain.
I know.
it. But he found something else, didn't he?
Yeah,
Didn't he
an
have another
NFL
one?
cap. I
NFL
swear he
cap.
traded the
That's
NFL cap for the Platinum Standard
That's
Grading.
right.
Maybe
what
he
happened.
did.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
there's,
he did.
yeah, well,
Well,
good swap.
Media 8 and PSG are one of the sponsors of the Gold Coast Rollers.
Yes.
And we had the pleasure on the weekend of celebrating the Gold Coast Rollers winning the NBL 1
Come on.
North.
I stole
NBL 1
the- I
North,
stole the
that's what's
trophy.
called. Yeah, final. You
I just
did.
picked it up and
upstairs.
walked around with it.
There's some socials. If they haven't been up, we'll go up after this podcast of the trophy wearing the PSG hat.
Yep.
Rob wearing the trophy.
Yep.
And a
picked
few
it up.
other bits and pieces. It was just sat on the table, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and you were the first one
Ironically.
to touch it.
Yeah, I
which
just
is
picked
weird.
it up and I thought I was
Everyone
taking it
just
to the people.
Because they were cutting the net. at that
Yeah, that's
time.
right.
Yeah.
And they just left it on a table,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Rob swooped in.
Yep, that's the way you do it. That's
Which
the way you
is
do
that's
it.
the way you should always do it. 35 gangster, g'day, welcome,
But a big shout out to Joel and the Rollers team because that's a massive effort.
mate.
Yeah.
The thing is, the players always get the accolades and the coaches, but actually the guys behind the scenes, Joel McInnes, Billy Cross, Billy's Mrs. Cross, and all those people that actually are the ones that corporatise. Word.
I like, yeah, I like
it
it.
is now.
How they actually corporatise this stuff and actually enable it to happen,
Yep.
I think is sensational. So big shout out to the behind the scenes people.
For sure. Joel especially. Like, Joel is the CEO, I think.
He's the
job
CEO
title.
of the Rollers, yeah.
He was the MC on the night. He
It was on the door
was on the door.
Yep.
because one of us left our ticket at home.
Yeah, in the semis, he was doing the halftime. Like, he does it all.
He does.
And, you know, he probably does 5 or 6 jobs where...
Do you think he was Miss Pac-Man on the roller skates? Though?
No.
No?
No.
He might have been.
You should have been there the first night when Miss Pac-Man took a stack.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was actually, she was coming towards me, and then someone said, that's a bloke. I was going to hug her, and then she went round, so it was all right.
Just for those playing at home, Miss Pac-Man was the halftime or the
Entertainment.
on rollerblades going around the court and just waving to people.
Ben Allen's joined us, and Matty has joined us as well.
Matt, We're going to have some news with Matt soon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
But that's
and the
on
other
the other
exciting
hand.
thing this week is that the local card shop spent its first week here back at Arundel.
Yeah.
Another card shop on the Gold Coast here. Lots of people have come in and out of that, and that's very exciting. The exciting part of that is that local card shop's also a PSG submission joint.
100%. We couldn't have it any other way, could we?
No, exactly. So that's very exciting news, and there's been some big submissions this week, I hear. Oh, yeah, there was a big one yesterday.
There was. Pugs, do you know about that one? I
No,
know
not
Chris
yet.
does.
Hasn't
Chris
come
does.
across.
It wasn't. Oh,
I knew it was one of the two. You
Yeah.
knew it
One
was.
of you knew.
150 cards, I
Yeah,
believe.
something like that.
Yeah,
Oi.
some guy.
Some guy.
Liam arranged it, so that was good.
Did that come through one of our partners, or was that
No, I
direct?
think that was direct. I haven't
Excellent.
seen. I don't think the cards are in yet, but he
No, I
he
just
reached
heard it as
out.
I was walking out yesterday, so that's
yeah,
great
so he
news.
reached
Awesome.
out, and so that should be exciting.
And we got our numbers in from the Hobby Hangout in Melbourne, and they were awesome. We were so happy with those numbers that came in there. The fact that a lot of people took us up on the free grade, that's now in the works, and the guys are smashing those
They're
out as we
researching
speak.
him as we speak.
Yeah, and I saw some of them today. Geez, some people
good
left us
cards.
some nice cards.
How do I say his name, Chris? I know you're an F1 expert. Oscar.
Oh no, that's
We'll just call him Oscar, Aussie Oscar.
Yeah,
Pastari, yeah, that's him.
yeah.
One guy dropped in 2 beautiful cards of his as his rookie cards that have been signed. So
Awesome.
I
I
saw
know.
one of the latest batches that there was like 50 Jordans
Oh, wow.
well, that's the one that's come through JCS.
through JCS.
Oh, there's more than 50.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 150.
Wow.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
then like
All
50
Jordans.
Magic Johnson and LeBrons.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's 200 all up pretty much.
You're not allowed to look at those ones because you'll look all day.
I've
He
finished
claimed
them.
them that quickly it wasn't funny. He said, I'll
Yep,
look after
I'll
these
do
ones.
them.
Yeah.
I'm an expert at MJ cards, so
What was
like
the best
that.
MJ card that came in?
I believe there's a Scoring Kings in the lot.
Oh, really?
From Hobby Kings, as far as I know. But there's
No, yeah,
there's
that
been
one
quite a
came
few.
from the Hobby Hangout. Was a
Yeah.
Scoring Kings.
That's probably the best MJ we've got at the
in-
moment.
Oh, wow. And what do you what any type of idea on the value once it's graded?
Oh, it
Value
depends on what
raw.
it grade.
Raw, sorry.
When they're raw, they're about they're about $600-700 maybe.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
beautiful.
I love how people are starting to trust us with this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was a big thing that I got out of Hobby Hangout was the fact that people were actually coming and giving us good quality cards. It's
Yep.
not just, hey, I'll test you with this shit or whatever. Not shit, that was a bad word. But with any of the,
Stuff.
like any stuff, yeah.
Yep.
I just saw an awesome Andrew Bogut upstairs. The guys
yeah.
were very excited about
The
that.
rookie gold.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
from
really
Top's
nice.
Finest.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sticker auto though.
Have you seen any
autos.
of the new NRL Elite yet?
Let's talk about the NRL Elite
Okay, let's.
because that's the
Centre
new-
Court Collective just joined us. G'day, mate.
because NRL Elite is the new release here in Australia.
Can you explain the difference between the NRL one boxes, like the Elite versus the
Traders.
Traders
Yep,
versus the
so
other one?
that's
What's the special one?
No,
Is that the
NRL,
Elite?
yeah, NRL's only got the 2. So the Traders is your entry level product, $4 a pack.
Yep.
Go and buy them at any newsagent, survey,
And that's
Coles,
similar to the AFL
Footy Stars.
Footy Stars.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
So they release those. They come out with their Series 2. They only do the 2 releases, and it's done through TLA. And they come out with Elite, which is their hobby shop product,
Higher end stuff.
Okay.
higher end product. So
And there's only one version of that?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Although they do have something that the only Australian company that do this, they do have what they call a priority box, but
That's what I was trying to.
some of our
yeah,
NBA people might be thinking of first off the line, something similar to that.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very similar product. To
And
that.
do you get a better selection of cards in that normally?
So yeah,
bigger
absolutely.
hits?
Three extra numbered hits,
Mhm.
as low as numbered to 14.
But we actually had one guy, didn't we, who bought one of each, and he said he got the better hits in
The other box?
the other box.
Well, just
So
one.
probably just got lower numbered or better players.
We, Chris and myself, got sponsored by a local card shop the other night to actually open up a box of cards. And so what happened was...
Man,
the-
how do you get this kind of
Sponsor-
sponsorship?
Well, mate, it was great. The
Oh.
story goes
You'll have
that
to
we
talk
went
to him.
halves in the box, right? So I got given half them, and he got given half of them, and all of the hits, every single one, the number, the order, all that stuff, was in my pile.
We'll have people messaging us asking which side of the box you took. And
Right,
the right.
always the right side.
Yeah, well,
It's got to be always on the right. Same as red and black. You always go red.
when do we tell them
Black.
which top and bottom?
I don't even think he looked at it.
No, you
I
just
didn't. I
grabbed
just
them.
saw him
He
on
just
the.
opened the packets.
But no, the release itself. Look, I'll tell you what. As a base card, how good are the base cards?
Yeah,
they
I
are
re-
just
It's like a
absolutely
matte
amazing.
finish.
Yeah,
They're-
it's
I love them. I reckon
They
they're
are
really,
really,
really
really
nice.
They've
good.
taken some of the nice features out of like other cards like NBA and whatever,
Yep.
like the rubies or whatever look like Mosaic NBA.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's the they're the priority box ones.
Oh, they're
yeah.
priority boxes, okay.
They absolutely are a mosaic looking card.
Yeah.
They're beautiful cards.
Mm.
What was the other one that we had? The Young Guns was
The Young Guns, the autos, I really like the indigenous patches, like
Yeah.
the redemptions. Even
I
the
got a
base,
redemption.
Even the
You
base
did.
card,
So we got. I picked it. He
Yeah.
claimed it. There we go.
Even
We got a
even the
redemption.
base indigenous cards have that little hollow effect.
Yeah, they look
Yep.
sick.
So they've got like the chrome and then the jersey look pattern, I guess.
And one thing that I thought was absolutely ridiculously amazing that they have not, or not that I've heard of, promoted at all, is the back of the card has a QR code where you can scan the QR code, and this is for the numbered cards,
Yeah,
and then you can register yourself as the owner of that numbered
Oh
card.
wow, that's awesome.
love that.
Which is, I think that's fantastic.
And
I really don't know if they have.
Can you
promoted
get
that.
access to, I guess, the checklist of how many have already been claimed?
No, no, I don't.
No.
I don't know.
Like, so
I really don't
pull,
know
If I pull one of 40,
who's got one or two or 43.
yeah, who's got, yeah. Can you
No, I don't know. I don't know that.
that'd be something.
Somebody
That'd
would
be
be able
good.
to.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
well,
good.
especially for like a jersey number chaser or a low number chaser.
Or someone trying to get every number.
Yeah.
well, mate.
Hey, got some
Robert
news
Ory.
about that.
But one last thing on that, and I'd love to hear people's opinions on this. That the product has a heck of a lot of women's cards in it.
It
which
does.
That's
I
cool.
personally love. I think it's fantastic. It's something different. It opens up the market to a whole different generation or a whole different group of collectors.
Do you think that by having them in the one box, it broadens that? Like, for instance, let's say the NBA. The NBA has got men's cards and women's NBA cards. Do you think if the NRL did a women's NRL card and a men's NRL card, wouldn't sell as much?
I think it would be a hard sell on the
Yeah,
women's.
definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the same with the WNBA. That stuff.
But I imagine
doesn't
if they
sell
put the
like NBA.
WNBA cards in with the NBA cards, that would be sick.
So we're gonna put the pressure on Select on that one. Because-
I
because-
almost like, this might sound weird, but I like the separate because a lot of people don't like the WNBA Prism. You can get color blasts
They're worth a lot of money.
in blasters, and you can pick up a blaster for like $40.
Yeah.
So the value might be in the WNBA versus the men's, where you're paying what's a
125.
yeah, it was a Prism Blast $125.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the value might be in the women's.
But let's just shout out to Select and see what they can do, because we now have an AFLW.
Select!
AFLW competition that has
Oh, that's what the
18
shout out?
teams. No, not that short.
Okay, sorry.
But every AFL men's club has a women's team now.
Everyone.
Every
There's
single
18
one,
women's
18.
teams.
Yep,
Wow.
for the first time.
That's awesome.
And
That's excellent.
they have I guess put their toe in the water with a women's premiers release.
Oh, so they're doing just women's cards.
Yep,
Wow,
it's
that'll
just
be
a women's
interesting.
premiers release where they do the premiership team has a set of cards made, and there's one autograph card in that.
Okay.
But I don't think it's far away before we start seeing the AFLW signature cards in men's product, or going the whole hog and doing their own.
I think.
I'd love to
Did,
see that.
Did you see the crowd last week at North Sydney Oval for the Sydney Swans?
How good
first
was that?
game?
You're a
Sorry,
Sydney
what
boy.
did I say?
No, the Sydney Swans game at
Yeah.
North Sydney Oval. The women's, there was, I don't know if it was packed, but from what I saw, it was looked pretty jam packed on the hill.
Love that.
First ever
Cool.
Swans. It was the first Swans game.
Yeah.
And their home ground is North Sydney Oval.
And I think you'll find a lot of the Swans members will go.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
because they just love footy so much as well.
And I think
Whether
a
it's
lot of
women
the
or men.
Swannies fans are from that, but like North Sydney Oval just makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we've got some
Absolutely.
communications coming in.
Let's go.
Brent Kevin Miller joined us, and BC Kamikazes joined us. Centre Court Collective, will photoshopped pictures of Chet hologram cards take the value down? That's interesting. So I think are they going to be Photoshop pictures, or are they
Well,
going to
same
be
kind of thing, I guess, what
college
they do
pictures?
with like LaMelo Ball and Josh Giddey. You know,
where
how
they just wipe out the
airbrushed
actual
it.
logo or whatever?
No. So like Josh Giddey, or was it Mello was the big
Melo,
one.
yeah, there
had
was him
footage.
playing in Illawarra, but they've
Put
They-
put a Hornets
They would
jersey.
Photoshop, a huge chunk of those cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but do you think the Chet, what he's asking here is, do we think that the Chet Holgram cards, obviously Chet's out injured for the season,
Yeah.
do you think that's going to keep their value down?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely will. But
There'll
when
be-
he starts playing,
But if anyone finds any, I'll buy all your Chet cards off you. I saw the kid play in the summer league, and Chris and I were there, mate. Whew. He's going to be
put
a
that
gun.
out to the internet that you buy everyone's cards.
Didn't say that. I said I'll buy them off you.
said
I'll
you
buy
buy
the
them
good
all.
ones.
You
I will
said
buy them all. I'll buy some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it could be a good
10 cents
opportunity
each.
to
10
pick them
cents
up for cheap in the off season. Like when he's not playing all
I think
season.
it's a good buy.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
buying-
Zion cards are real cheap. Like they, well, they're not
100%.
now.
Massive goodly.
But they were for ages.
Okay, and Cohen KR, can you grade printing plates?
Most definitely.
Okay, what do we look? What's the difference? It's exactly the same though, isn't
It's
it?
just a card, but there is more of a tendency to have bad
Surface.
surface.
So would you recommend people grade printing plates, or do you think that they should PC them, or what do you reckon?
It depends on the person, I guess.
Printing plates are usually one of one, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are 101.
So I think that there's a whole argument: is it worth grading a one of one?
I mean, as we sit here talking from the PSG studio, we'd say grade every card, but
Of course, but also
I
we're
think-
honest, open human
I
beings.
think
Yeah.
yes, I think in the interest,
I reckon PC is probably
yeah, I wouldn't
way to
I
go.
wouldn't bother with a 101 because I think that the only thing you can do is devalue the card.
Would you? No, that's a really good question. Let's go across. Chris, do you grade 101 cards?
It depends on the player, and how likely you are to move it. I guess. Like if I pulled a Vince card, a one of one, I'm probably not moving it at all. So
yeah, so that
I'd
sits in the.
PC it.
Okay,
But if I pull a one of one of, Ja Morant, I'm probably looking to move it. So
so would you grade it if
Yep.
you're looking to move it?
Yep.
So you think that would add value?
Yep.
But there's also the possibility it'll lose value.
But at the same time, it's a 101, so
So it doesn't.
it's
you
just
got nothing to
whatever
compare it
anyone
to.
wants to pay
Yeah,
for it. I
yeah,
guess.
and I know that Jar's an easy sell. People
Yeah.
love him. So
What do you
even if it
reckon,
comes
Rob?
Back an 8.
There's not a chance that I would ever grade a 101
No, why?
because I just don't see the point.
Okay.
Especially if I
Would
maybe
you encapsulate it?
oh no.
Do
No?
you have a PSG hat on?
Yeah, absolutely. But you get honesty, 100%
Yeah.
honesty.
Yeah.
Look,
Grade
no, it
everything.
depends. Like if it was for me, Gordon Hayward,
Okay.
there's a chance that I'd grade it.
You wouldn't
because that
grade
was-
his cards anyway.
Why?
It's Gordon Hayward.
I tell you what, lucky
He's
there's
a
someone in
Utah
between
player,
us.
Oh, it's gonna be a fight. Hold back, boys. Hold back.
Uta.
Yeah, if it was for me, then I'd make that decision. Maybe grade it. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me because I'd like to have it encased. But if I pulled a jar 101, it'd be on eBay or some kind
Within
of
30
platform as
seconds.
quickly as
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
straight up.
so I could buy 82 Gordon Haywards.
82.
Yep.
I reckon you get more.
Yeah, I reckon probably 182.
Yeah, maybe.
What about you, Pugs?
I think no, I probably wouldn't either. Because I got like 25 101s of Andre Iguodala, and I can't say I'd ever want to grade them at all.
Okay.
Do you have any graded ones?
No.
Yeah, so I'm with you, Chris. I'd only grade it if I was going to shift it. And I think
That makes sense, though.
From that point of view, only if I think it's going to raise in value.
If it's
Whereas if
a
it's
good
not, I'd be shifting it straight
condition,
away.
I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, fair Paul. Hey, Centre Court Collective said obviously college will be real photos, but not NBA. Yeah, what they seem to do, I find, is that they use that college photo and then try and make it look as if they're playing in the NBA.
Yeah, that's it. So they have to do that because
Unless they use photos from Summer League.
Yeah, I was going to say that again.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because he did play, like 3-4 games?
I got a couple they could
and
use
he
if
played
they'd like
well.
to use them.
Yeah.
More than happy to sell them to the NBA or
Yeah,
Panini.
with 50 times zoom.
Yeah, exactly. Might be a bit pixelated.
Yeah.
Mint Collectibles. G'day, guys. Welcome.
Oh,
Um,
happy birthday to Zach
Yeah,
for
Zach.
yesterday.
Happy
shares birthday
birthday
with us.
to you.
Ooh,
Happy birthday
don't preempt
to you.
anything there.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this one because I thought it said MILF. It does.
It's a good segue.
MILF's Inbound has joined us.
Chris O needs a misso.
Kylan Andretti and John Slot have joined us. Say g'day, guys and girls. We
John
appreciate you
Slot,
joining
that's
us.
an awesome name.
Love some of these names. I still haven't been called on any yet because
you
I'm
gonna-
talented.
Going to segue to that?
So one of the biggest things that's happened ever in the hobby. No, I'm not doing it. It's you.
Oh,
This is your
So
call.
I bought you a card. No, I got given you a little card.
I'll
at
put
the
this up to
Nationals.
I'll put this up to the camera now, but we'll get Ruby to put a better picture of this when we put the podcast in. But it is a Mickey Mantle, 1952
52.
Mickey Mantle 1952 card. So thank you to Chris.
What do you reckon that card's worth, Chris?
Just
Yeah.
roughly
That
ballpark.
That one? Or
No,
an
no,
S-
no, no. The one you gave me is obviously worth the same as the one that sold yesterday.
Oh, well, the SGC 9.5 is worth $12.66 million.
US.
US.
Let's
yeah.
make that 18
So
million
18,
and change in Aussie
Yeah,
dollars.
17 yeah. It's-
Well, we saw the 10.
did we or did we see the
No, we
9.5?
saw the
10.
10. The PSA 10 was on display at the National.
Yeah.
Never to be sold.
So was the SGC
And
as
you
well.
bought me this.
Yeah, that's right. It was
I
the
didn't buy
SGC
it,
one
but
we
given
saw,
to
actually.
They were both there.
And they said never to be sold because the guy that owns it also owns one of the NFL teams.
Yeah, the
and
Diamondbacks. Or
it was
whatever.
really just a fuck you to everyone in the world.
Oh, wow.
And the big thing with it, they had a price of 25 mil they
Yeah.
reckon it was worth. You were saying yesterday you reckon it's more.
Well, I just think it's undervalued if SGC are second/third
Equal second.
most reputable grading company,
Yeah.
and it's a 9.5.
Which is Gem Mint, which is a PSA 10 too.
Yeah, I know, but people love PSA.
Yeah, but BGS used to be bigger than
Yeah,
PSA,
yeah,
so
yeah.
really
I know,
it's
I know.
Can I
I think
go
it's-
back
I
to
think
what
it's
you just
30.
said?
Yeah, I know.
The word reputable, right?
Yep.
Not the company that grades the most amount of cards. Are BGS more reputable than PSA?
Oh,
Because they grade harder, they
that's
do all
just
that
an
sort of
opinion
stuff.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
wondering.
that's
It's just a
basically.
question.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Whereas
they do ticket stubs, they do other stuff, so that sort of increases it, I guess. I don't know, and it's the resale value too. I know SGC's caught up a lot, but
Yeah.
I still think.
so where
that
are they
little-
still
that
below
little-
BGS? You think in resale?
No, I think it's probably
Equal.
Probably
equal,
equal-ish.
yeah, equal or slightly above. But there's still, people love that little red and white label.
The paper looking one.
They'd be the people that haven't seen the platinum standard grading label.
I'll tell you what,
hand.
a lot have in hand now, and they
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bit more here. 35 Gangsters, 3 birthday cakes. Thanks, mate. Cohen KR, is there anything in the works for a horizontal slab? I love this one. And label for horizontal cards? The answer is yes.
Yes, there is.
I did one like
And we
9
No,
months ago.
different one. He's
Oh.
talking about the label being horizontal as well.
Well, we did. We Pugs come out with this
I did it
awesome
with a
Jordan.
LeBron-
It wasn't Jordan. It was a LeBron.
Yeah, the LeBron Kobe dunk.
Kobe
Yeah, I ended up
tribute.
selling it. It was one
So-
of my LeBron
Did you?
dunks. Yeah, I sold it with the both labels. And what it was
That's awesome.
we had the horizontal label stuck to the plastic on the outside. So he then looked and go, fuck, I really like that. And I said, mate, we can buy it if you want.
That's
and
awesome.
the thing with it, though,
funny.
is, so what we did is we
The
took
definition of everything is for sale. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Everything's for sale.
that's the 12 and how much? 12.6 million.
I'll sell this for $5 million right now if anyone wants to buy
But
it.
you look at the label goes that way, like the slab goes that way, and then on the side here, we actually wrote the words downwards, didn't
Yeah, I
we?
wrote
So
it
you could
downwards.
actually read it that
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
I
It
loved
looks
it.
sick. I loved it too.
We put it out to the public, and 98% hated it.
Poo-pooed it would be the right word.
I was about that.
But I'm,
We should
I'm
make it
wondering
a
whether
auction, though.
Wasn't it 50-50?
Nah, it was definitely more hated at the time.
Yeah.
I
We
wonder
should
if
make it an
Cohen's-
option though.
Yeah, I wonder if Cohen's talking about the horizontal label
Like the one
being
that
across,
is it
right across the
HGA
top.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but where are you going to store it? That's the only thing
Oh,
with that.
bloody hell, you
It's
need
huge.
yeah, you'd need a room to itself.
Yeah.
Cohen, we met him last week too.
We did.
Yeah, he walked into the local card shop.
Awesome.
So he came and said hello, which was really cool.
Cohen, so to answer your question is, yeah, there is something in the works, and I would love to revisit it. I'd love you boys to have a look at that, and then let's put it out to the public and see what they've got to say. Maybe even use local card shop as a
Speaking of
display
things
model.
we've revisited
Yeah.
recently.
Geez, you're good at this, and you weren't even in the run sheet meeting,
Yeah.
which we didn't actually have.
Yeah, we spoke for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but again, we'll put this up on. We'll get Ruby to take a photo. But here is the first look at our cigarette cards, slabbed.
or small cards, minor cards, whatever.
So
size
do we
cards.
want to explain how this came about? I guess we like to test things here. The Brett bought a lot of stickers to see.
I did. I did a
see-
great deal actually.
Yeah,
that was
you
awesome.
did. You did.
I traded Pokemon for soccer stickers.
Yep. But the slabs we had were no good, basically. For
Yeah,
that.
you got the whole death rattle,
was
but
too
at the
big.
same
Death
time, it was
rattle.
fucking horrible.
Yeah, so we went away. We tried a
Technical
lot
term.
of things. We had we used a plastics man. We didn't like the way that worked. Couldn't get it thin enough, so there was a lot of cracking or splintering.
Didn't
I
slap
guess
properly,
Yeah.
yeah.
just didn't
Yeah.
feel right. It was
It didn't weld properly. Either.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the word.
We then had the black background that looked shit house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's so our competitors they'll use the black background, which
Yeah.
I personally detest. I think it just looks
I
terrible.
think hate with a passion.
Yep. But I was given a challenge to use the word detest.
Detest. You
So-
know, well done.
Yep, great.
He's passed.
But then the other one is a lot of our competitors use is like a frosted insert,
Yeah.
which seems to be the only way they can get something small enough to fit into the slab. But massive shout out to Omar, who let's just say tried a few different things that
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
quite work. But perseverance is the key, and we will be putting some cigarette cards into slabs over the next few weeks,
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll put them onto our socials.
Well, Chris and I had a competition probably 6 months ago. Who could get this? It was a set. There was Muhammad Ali. There was Pele. There was all these different people, and they're a bit different shape to the cigarette card. They're a little bit fatter, but one of the best sets we've seen. And we're trying to get them one at a time. And then we both actually saw separately you could actually get the whole set from the UK. So it was a race was on, and I think he beat me, which I'm not going to admit. But
no, I didn't get them all. You bought them.
I
all.
bought the whole set. Did
I'm
you
pretty
not?
Sure.
So I
No,
won.
didn't buy the whole set.
Winner, chicken dinner. But the thing is, they look sick in this, I reckon,
Yeah,
just because. And when we saw them at the National, those cards were going for like a lot of money.
Yeah, let's just confirm. I didn't want the whole set.
No, it was just who could get it.
I wanted Pele.
That was it. We're after Pele, and I got the whole set.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking forward to with these days, these are that we are going to be able to, it does have
We can
that
do any
size.
size card though, can't we?
We can. We will have dimensions that we will be starting with because we do need to get these inserts cut specifically for it. So what we've done is these inserts we've cut to a size that will just about get any cigarette card. And we're going to get another one for the stickers because I know personally, with the World Cup coming up,
There'll be lots of them.
Panini stickers.
Are we still going to do labels?
Yeah.
Or is it just...
I love that you have picked up on
it
that.
says John Cena on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got here. That is a PSG clearly
It's
autographed.
the new clear label.
And so how different, because obviously most of these are older.
Yes.
What's the stock like compared to your modern cards?
They're a little bit thinner.
Thinner?
Yeah, but not as thin as Pokemon. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what are the common issues with the modern cards is surface because of the chromium. What about these ones? Is it
it depends on
corners.
how well they've been preserved.
Yeah.
I guess
Yep.
there'll be creases, corners, or
and
quite rough.
discoloration? That a thing?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big one with a lot of these types of cards is that back in the day, talking about Australian ones, there was albums that came with them, and people stuck them into the album.
Yep.
So that can
And they
absolutely
had a negative effect on the card, wouldn't it? Because
Well,
it would have been
'cause it
sticking
all
back
stuck
on
to
the
the
back
plastic,
and
yeah.
stuff.
yeah, and all of a sudden the back surface is
So, Rob, the
Gone.
big question,
Yep.
being the boss man, how much extra do we charge for that?
Tell
Okay.
them the price, huh?
Tell them the price.
well, it's going to be the same price.
Oh, bang! Look at that go.
It's going to be the same price, and yeah, we might do a few little promotional things at the start.
And what are the
You're going to give more shit away, aren't you?
I'm not going to. Well,
Him?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, can we just? Okay,
That was a great reaction. Love that.
I love it. I love it because I had a bit of a meeting today with our creative team.
Was I in it?
No,
Oh.
no, it was a
Creative
creative team.
team.
It was a creative team, not the team that just says do this
Okay.
and we just make it
The
happen.
do this team.
Yeah, but last week we put out a challenge. So funny that you brought that up because last week we brought out a challenge to get a Mr. Red card in the door.
A horse is a horse, of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Guess what?
We go on.
There isn't one. There
But
is
then-
no Mr. Red
But then
card.
Hamish was going to make us one.
Yeah, well, Hamish can make us one. That's
Oh, okay,
fantastic.
But
But
there's no never made.
yeah, we're putting out a challenge for people, and then they can't actually achieve it.
Do you know what we'll do then?
I've already got another challenge
What's
coming
your
up.
challenge?
We've got one.
Yeah, let's leave
Come
the
on.
challenge for the moment because it'll
Okay.
come up with something you want to talk about later. So we know what
cool.
you're going to want to
We
talk
got some
about.
more on here. So was back to the horizontal thing, and then John's gone. I believe there is based on votes received. Centre Core Collective, his son had a stack of them. I think we're part of the conversation. And then Cohen, love it. Vote for the horizontal slab because I need one for my
Yes.
hot roots.
thanks, Cohen.
49 done. What's a hot route?
I have no idea.
He'd be an NFL player. I imagine he's a wide receiver.
What hot route?
Well, that'd be his Instagram name, wouldn't it?
I know it just says need one of my hot routes done to 49. So I reckon it's like a colour blast or something. Hey, Cohen, what's
What do you
a
want
hot
about,
route
mate?
champion? Anyway, Matt Denson's just joined us as well. G'day, Matt.
So what did people have heaps of?
I have no idea. The horizontals, I believe.
Oh,
That's
yes,
the way
yes,
I was
yes,
looking
yes.
at that. But anyway, I love this idea. I love the concept. Obviously, it was one of the things we really wanted to do. And when are we releasing this? Soon?
Soon, yeah. We've just got a couple little tweaks we need to make to it.
Yep.
And then finalise how much that I've
Sizes and stuff?
Yeah, and finalise how much I've just cost us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But no.
But it will be the same price. There'll be no extra charge
No,
for
there
that.
won't be.
It may increase all the others by another $50, but there'll still be no extra charge
Yeah,
for that one.
No extra charge.
Mike Evans, Hot Root Bronze NFL. I'll send a pic through.
Oh, that's
There we
right.
go.
Cohen is the Mike Evans man.
And MJ Collection 23, still the best collection of MJ stuff in the world, has just joined us. G'day, champion.
You've got a couple of Mike Evans cards, don't you?
I do.
With these
Happy to shift those.
with these
too.
tobacco cards, are they? There's obviously old footy ones, old cricket ones.
In
Oh, they go
Australia.
back to like 1908, I think it is, isn't
The
it?
first ever,
There's everything.
yeah, but the first ever trading card was a tobacco card of a ship.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's absolutely everything on them.
Is there like rugby league,
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
basketball?
Don't
does,
know.
Does it translate to America?
I don't know.
James A. Naismith may be in there. Do you know who that is?
No.
No? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, bro, he's God.
There you
He
go.
created
He's the Lord.
basketball.
He did.
He's
Yeah.
God.
He is God.
Yeah.
Wow, from a religious man saying that too.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
impressed. Gary V's my God. But James A. Naismith is
God.
Jesus.
Chris,
He was the man
Chris
that
is my
decided
God.
to put the baskets at each end and then play a game. And that was James A. Naismith.
good on him.
And then they'd have to get a
On you,
ladder
Jimmy.
to pull the ball
Stephen
out of
May
the
is my
basket.
God.
Moving on.
Next.
Wow.
What do you think?
So, yeah, no, that's awesome. Love it.
Yep.
Let's move that and we'll make that happen. There's probably AFL. I have some soccer ones from my granddad from the 60s and
Oh,
70s.
nice.
La Liga.
The soccer
That's
ones
from
are
Jelly.
awesome.
G'day,
I
Jelly.
actually bought an Alan Shearer tobacco card in Vegas.
You did?
No, Atlantic City.
Thanks. Rob's just got his feet caught in
Choked
all
out.
of the cables, so hopefully
man.
we're still live.
We are live.
Um,
The light's on.
Jelly's granddad gave them to him, which is very exciting.
They are
That's
they are absolutely awesome, the soccer ones. They look
Penguin
fantastic.
Cards AU has just joined us as well. Do you reckon that's Penguin Cards as in like the Penguin?
No.
Like the Joker and the Penguin.
No,
No,
they're
like the
Hallmark.
Hallmark cards. Didn't they
Oh,
used to be
Penguin.
Penguin Cards?
I don't know, yeah, but I remember that logo for sure.
Oh, there we go. Sealed packs as well. G'day, sealed packs.
Oh, I thought you said we're going to start.
Penguins
doing
just had a
that.
That's what I did.
I was like,
Penguins just gone laugh emoji with tears coming out their eyes.
So, it's not,
Oh, well.
so
So
it's not.
obviously not Hallmark's brother.
No need to cry.
I need
Did
to,
We didn't
find
mean
out
to
if-
upset you.
did we
there's no
find
need
out
to cry.
If it was
this
Sweet Lou
time.
that was chatting to us last week.
No.
Yeah, we were pretty sure it wasn't.
Okay, just checking.
Jelly's just gone. There's lots of nice hairstyles in the 60s and 70s and would love Chris to take his hat off to then see what Chris... Oh, no, I made that bit up.
He thinks he's funny.
I think he has got a
That's
60s,
a
70s hairstyle.
Liam-esque joke.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Liam's
so
funny though.
they're going to be released next month after
We will have them in October sometime.
October. Beautiful. In time for the
Hobby
NRL
Hangout.
Grand Final.
And the Hobby Hangout.
And the Hobby Hangout.
We'll have some on display.
That'll be awesome.
We will.
That's Hobby Hangout, Bris Vegas.
That is, which the date escapes me at the moment.
I'm thinking 12-ish.
No,
If
no
your
idea.
phone
8th of October?
If your phone number ends in 052, thanks for all the calls. I will get back to you as soon as we finish.
Stash Man's just joined us. G'day, Stash Man.
I was him an idiot. I was looking at the door, waiting for him to
So one thing that has happened recently is we've actually got a lot of really good feedback about this podcast, which still surprises me, and people are actually enjoying the content. Rob, I think it's since you joined us.
Well,
definitely-
actually, I think it's since we.
Who's giving you that feedback?
Oh, just some randoms.
Your
Dude,
mum.
I heard it heaps at Hobby Hangout in Melbourne.
Did you?
Like,
Yeah.
man, I love your guys' podcast. Like,
Yeah, it was like vocal. People were vocal about it.
Yeah, it's like, and I think it's been the time. The time has been a good change.
Yeah, it has. It
So,
has.
I was just lucky.
Jelly, yeah, Brisbane. That's where we're going to be for the next Hobby Hangout, mate. We're also going to be in Adelaide for the, I don't know what it's called. Is it the
It's the
Adelaide Card Show?
Adelaide Card Show, I think it's called. Yep.
Yep. And there are a lot of
name.
rumours swirling around a whole pile of card shows about to happen
Yep.
across the nation.
Oh, come on.
So
Well,
I
there
love
was-
the fact that this is building and building and building, and we're going to get involved in a lot of them as we can.
Yeah.
There was one on last weekend
Melbourne
in
card.
Melbourne
Yep.
after the Hobby House, so the following week.
Do you know how they
crazy.
went?
No.
If anyone was at that, let us know.
I did see Matt's cards.
Yep.
He did a vlog from there and said it was really, really good.
Awesome.
See, the thing with card shows is that there's different ways that they are run, and it just suits different people. We
Yep.
went to the Malvern Card Fair that time, remember?
Yep.
And that card fair there was completely different to anything else. It was probably we would have seen a hell of a lot of cigarette cards in a place like that.
Yeah,
it was
it
just
was-
a different style.
It was AFL heavy.
Yeah.
There was a bit of basketball, but
I found that Hobby Hangout was very soccer heavy this time.
Hey,
yeah, well,
hold
that
hold the phone on soccer. Honestly, that it is about to explode.
Well, we noticed that in Atlantic City.
In the end.
National.
But, yeah,
In the
the,
national.
national,
the
there
big
would've been
trade
heaps.
night was Formula One and soccer.
Yep.
Everything else was a byproduct, like bit of football.
Honestly.
Basketball was a just was a second thought. Wasn't much there at all.
No, very true. Any weird cards this week, boys? I forgot to bring mine.
Oh, I did. Someone
you-
dropped
Mine
one
are on
in.
their way.
Someone dropped in a Homo sapien card.
Oh, what?
Homo sapien.
Like a
Like a person?
gorilla, a monkey type.
Well, keep it to the but yeah.
Or,
No, the
like a
evolution,
jackass
the
card.
evolution of like the evolution of mankind.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
So it was a picture of a guy in a cave, and he was like starting a fire with his rock, and it was the Homo sapien card, which blew me away.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know
There
if
you
it's
go.
cool or just plain weird.
Well,
It's up there with the
yeah.
end.
Did anyone see the Wayne Gretzky rookie card, the PSA 10? That
That's
broke
not
his
weird.
record too. No,
Yeah,
but
the
it's
What'd that go for?
1.2 mil.
1.2 million.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
It's the one Omar has, but not in the PSA 10.
Yeah. What does he have it in?
6.5, I think.
Jeez, he's still doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I picked up a
I could be
Homer
wrong,
Simpson auto.
Yeah,
This is Ripper.
that was actually
I got
That's all
tagged in a post
my
by
handball.
someone going from this or from these two actually.
Yeah.
And then I started negotiations, and what a great bloke he was. I will shout his name out next week because I don't have it with me. But
It was,
really good transaction. Got here within 2 days.
Yeah, it was funny because it was just Homer when he was at his fattest and he was in the moo
Yes.
when he was working from home. I think it was when he bought that internet company.
Yes.
So
So I think it
saw
was
that.
aimed at me.
Oh, I was aimed at all three of us. I tagged the two of you. And
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh, we're talking about Homer again.
Yeah,
And
I
then
loved it.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
I ended up
good.
buying it.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
One thing I did see, I know we mentioned the currency cards last
Yep.
week. Shout out Jay for pointing us in that direction. But the same guys have the license for Street Fighter cards.
Oh, really?
And Street Fighter is one of those ones that they could do some really, really cool things.
And
Is that
Iconic.
actual like Street Fighter as in the cartoon or actual Street Fighters like...
No,
um,
like
It's
the cartoon.
Yeah.
What was that bloke's
And the
name?
video
that
game.
Was he end up
John
in the
Claude?
UFC?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, it was... don't matter. It'll come back to me.
That guy.
So it's actually Street Fighter,
Street
the
Fighter,
cartoon.
the animation, yeah. So
Wow.
they've got the Camcom license, I imagine.
Oh, wow.
But they
That's
could do
pretty
some
cool.
cool things with Chrome and like shiny.
Nice.
Did I hear local card shop might be involved in getting some of those products?
You might have heard correctly.
Yeah, excellent. I don't know where we would have heard that from. But,
Rumours, mate. Rumours. We got some more
We love starting
communications
rumours
here. JCS, how's the Tropics going? Mate, the Tropics are going smashingly well. If you saw some of the GC Tropics, so it's GC_Tropics on socials, you would have seen yesterday that Shaq happened to have a Tropics uniform on with Christopher and myself
Yeah,
presenting him to the
I
world.
was pretty annoyed that I made it onto social media. But
You're on there twice now. You didn't notice the first one. But yeah, no, it's going really well, mate. So gctropics.com. Please register your interest. We're getting a lot of feedback. The Gold Coast Suns of players, not the team, players officially came on board this week as well.
Come on.
With Took Miller. I apologise, Chris.
thank you very much. You heard it here first.
Took Miller backing the project, and another couple of the boys as well. So they're all on board with us now, and they're going to help us out as much as they possibly can.
Let's go.
So it's going really well. So thanks, John, for giving us that little shout out there.
good luck to Took next week or in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, and I got him at $8.
yeah,
Pretty happy
so
about
he
that.
might have to have a little bit of excess luggage on the way back from Melbourne. If
That'd be nice
things go well
if he
for him.
wins the Brown. It's actually a really small medal though, but
It's,
I'll
and
get
it's
you.
light as all heck, but
Yeah. When you won yours, how was that?
Yeah, I
Good
didn't
night?
win it.
Big night?
no. But if I can just digress for 1 second, I have held one when in my banking life,
Whose was it?
Michael Voss's,
Ooh.
and he brought it into the bank, and I just
How excited were you on a scale
Well,
of
he
1 to
put it into
11?
the. No, I can't. I got to stop there. But I did. No. It was with Michael Voss's and one night. But the great man Kevin Murray. Shout out to the Fitzroy Gorillas too, which is the original name of the Lions.
Shout out.
Kevin Murray won a Brownlow medal in 1958, and he still wears it around his neck every day.
Love that.
So that's the actual
Obviously,
Brownlow
he's
medal
single.
that I've had.
So
Well-
you're saying there's hope for me to win a Brownlow?
No, there's no.
Yes.
But no, they are light as all hell. There's nothing to them.
Can you?
Well, good luck anyway, too.
You saw, going back to the Tropics, I'm sure you guys saw that post of Brett and myself with Shaq in the Tropics uniform.
This is
Yeah.
funny.
Can you believe someone goes, that would have cost a stack?
For us to get him to come in that uniform to the
So
picture.
They haven't realised that.
That is
They haven't realised that we have a Ziggy.
Can we get that person to comment on my video where I interviewed Shaq the other
Oh,
day?
that
might
would be
know him.
awesome.
He was
Yeah.
real.
We won't.
I
We won't
say
mention his name
Oh,
live.
okay. Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
know him.
That's very amusing. But yes, we did get Shaq live. We did meet him. He was not in a Tropics
Yeah, he wasn't in
uniform
a
at the
Tropics uniform.
time.
And we made a 5XL jersey for him too.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way. That's the way that one works.
That's why we roll.
Anyway, Jelly's here. We are always behind the US. Takes a few months to trickle down. That's about the soccer comment earlier. Very true. Have you guys seen the World Leaders Domination cards? I actually own a ton of them.
So does Rob.
And we have them. We bought some back from the
Actually-
US, didn't we? That would work.
That would
my
work. We can get my ScoMo done.
the shit brick
Oh,
from
you can
Engadine
too.
McDonald's.
Yes, sir.
And I just send
Can't
to
call it
Ardeur.
Expo, it's a shit brick.
Engadine
You
Mac as
shouldn't.
well.
Shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Apologise, but he did shit himself at Engadine McDonald's, so we can go there.
Oh, okay.
Phil K88's joined us, Harry Dinas, and 35. Kimbo Slice, thanks, gangster. That's the bloke I was thinking of when you said Street Fighter. Remember they used to have Kimbo?
Oh,
yeah,
Timbo.
yeah, yeah.
used to do that. That was
Gee.
backyard fighting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was he like a
sick videos.
homeless dude back then too?
Yeah,
I
when
don't
he
know,
started,
yeah.
then he
Yeah.
beat the shit out of everyone, then got in the UFC and then
Yeah.
died.
And made millions.
So,
Kimbo Slice, yeah. He used to do sick videos.
I'm hungry now.
why? Because we said
Slice.
slice.
Yeah.
Jelly goes, remember that episode a few weeks back? Yep. Oh, we were talking about Shipwreck. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry about ScoMo and the.
Yeah, yeah.
Love how
Which-
we're getting reference for previous episodes. Love
which
that
we
shit.
never got a ScoMo card. When you know what I wanted to do?
I do have one.
Yeah, but I wanted like 10 ScoMo cards to come in, and then we could have taken a photo with all 10, and that would have been all his portfolios he was looking after. that was
At
what was
the
in my
same
head.
time.
Yeah, that
Love
was what
that.
was in my head at the time. But
I
we
love
got
that.
0, which sums up how many portfolios he looks after now.
Now,
Yeah, so well, shout out to
ScoMo.
ScoMo.
Is he a friend of the podcast?
ScoMo,
Yeah.
100%. If you've got a plaque at any McDonald's saying you shat yourself, you are a friend of every podcast that Pod5 produces.
Yeah.
We could do a photo with him.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
yeah. Get him in a
Thanks,
get
Nick.
him in a Tropics uniform.
Hey, Rob, how about a JFK card that was pulled in the shop? Cohen's just pulled that out.
Oh, the JFK card. Yeah, that was yes. Were you there, Cohen? Oh no, actually, Cohen's probably had a chat to his mate afterwards. But yeah, we had a guy come in and he bought some. You know the Jersey Fusion,
Yeah.
and we all know what a great marketing exercise that ended up being.
Yes.
Everyone shit canned it.
Yeah.
Well, the same company, sportscards.com, brought out a Words from the President, and you bought a card, and in there they'd produced these cards. This is why this hasn't been shit canned. And on there, they had a bit of a cutout of a document that president had actually written or held.
Well, I pulled some of them in the US, and I had one from, who was in it, Chris? Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, slightly different set.
Yeah, different.
We were that was
You were
pieces
pieces of the past.
Pieces of past.
This comes in exactly the same box as the Jersey Fusion.
Oh, really? So they're really nice boxes.
They were
That was
they're
the
really
best
well
thing
packaged.
about that
yeah.
product.
But this product is absolute ripper. And yeah,
What's it called?
Words from the president. Something
Words
like
from the
that.
President. Love that.
And yeah, he pulled a card. Unfortunately, it wasn't the big one because he just got a bit. They do two cards in there. One has a word and one has a piece of a document that was handled by the president. So
okay.
that's the bits where there were no words on it, but it still had that on the
It
card.
was handled.
Yeah, but it was JFK, which is
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah, we
like
do.
that.
That would be included in weird cards.
Weird cards.
Yeah.
It'd probably go
Shit, I've got
pretty
a heap.
close to the top. I reckon they'd go high up on the. It'd be top 10.
Aristotle's pretty good.
Yeah, Aristotle.
Oh, we should have got
Yeah,
Shaq.
yeah. You got a Galileo.
I did. Galileo.
Martin,
one.
Luther,
Galileo.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, he had some good
there was
ones.
some good pulls
Yeah,
in that one.
I opened Game of Thrones as well.
Oh, nice.
Where did that box come from? That was awesome.
Um,
Was that
cards
from the
and
States?
coffee. No, it wasn't. It was the
that
other one.
Awesome card shop in Vegas.
Yeah.
So that was from the States.
Yeah.
And was that a new product or is it?
I don't think so.
Because it was like the biggest box ever, and it.
Yeah, it
had-
had a couple of
And the
packs.
cards
Yeah.
are like that matte finish as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they were
base
beautiful
cards are the matte.
cards.
And if you turn them over, they make a photo. Like
Like a poster type
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Remember back in the day, we'd remember this. That most of the card packs you got, they used to be able to make into like a poster or.
The first
Yep.
ones I remember were
So you
like,
put them in the sleeves, and then you fold the sleeve over, and it's actually a picture of like
But the first.
Beaver.
I remember the league ones.
Yeah.
Like 94,
Yeah, it was league, yeah.
95.
So-
it was just after the Broncos had won. That's the one I vividly remember. Broncos celebrating the 93 win in the 94
Well,
series.
if we go
That's
back
right.
to when other people were young blokes,
BC.
That'd be
Yep.
us.
that'd be us.
Before Chris.
The AFL, and I know the
BC.
NRL did the same. On the back, you had to put the whole lot together. So you ended up with this massive picture, and it was always a shot from the previous year's grand final.
That's cool.
So that was really cool. But you couldn't just put them into sleeves and turn them over because that was a few years away from being.
Jelly
that
says
smart.
the 80s ones were good. They were, mate. The 70s ones were even better.
Yes,
But we won't talk about the 70s.
don't need to.
Indeed.
Talking about
Go.
how old people are.
That was a really good segue.
Good
I'll pay
segue.
that. That
Yeah.
works. That works. I'm very old.
Yeah. Well, what's not as old as you, and me,
Chris,
and Chris,
Pugs.
and Pugs.
The
Even though
wheel.
Pugs looks about.
He
Five.
does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's
Take
looking
that beard
younger,
off
looking
and
younger. Actually, I'll tell you what. Pugs and Stashman, our first cardiologists, started working for us on what day?
It'll be 1 year tomorrow.
Happy birthday to us.
You
For tomorrow.
Happy birthday to us.
For
For
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday to us.
For tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday to us.
For tomorrow.
Excellent.
Did you like that?
I did. Now
Is there
So it's our 1 year
a cake?
anniversary, is what it's all.
It is our 1 year
coming
anniversary.
after this.
Woo!
Is there
So-
party bags?
There is party bags and
Always.
there's
Hats.
entertainment.
We look very blurry.
Well, we
I think, yeah. No,
don't you own a mirror at home? This is just how we look.
Maybe just that.
lost it.
I was just I thought maybe because we look 1 year old.
So each week,
Oh,
each week we've come up with a silly thing that we
have.
graded. So the most famous, because we haven't talked to you about this, but we're doing it.
awesome.
The most famous rendition of Happy Birthday.
Marilyn Monroe to John F. Kennedy,
Right.
and it was
Bart to Maggie.
Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Stop.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday, Lisa. It's Bart Simpson.
Oh, there you go.
Right, yeah, that's the second most famous. Yeah.
Of course.
So-
yeah,
For the first 5 people that shoot us a message via socials,
yep.
so it must be a message via our Instagram or our Facebook pages.
Okay.
And
And
they
obviously, some people won't see this till tomorrow, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
well,
As long as you're in top
hey,
5.
if you listen live, you get advantages.
As long as you're in top 5.
Yep.
What about
First 5,
messages on YouTube?
What are you going to say
we're going to give them
Make it top
a
10.
grade 1 of their Maryland cards.
if they've got a Maryland card?
They will have them. These ones we have checked to make sure we have fact checked this one. There are Maryland cards, unlike Mr. Red.
By fact checks.
What
and
about-
you've got the whole collection at home?
Yeah.
I do. I
He
do.
does actually,
Plus
yeah.
the, plus
And
the
what about
diamond
people
series.
dressed as Marilyn? Because
yeah,
I have
why the hell
a
not?
forget her name. The chick that was the little girl in E.T.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore dressed as Marilyn Monroe. Card on my desk upstairs.
You've also got, or is it Chris that's got the Drew Barrymore from Batman on his desk?
That would be Christopher.
No.
Or maybe it might be
Not
me.
me.
Holy heck, it might be me.
Oh, there you
Who
go.
knows?
Rob. So we're looking
It's
for
upstairs.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yep.
Yeah.
First 5.
Doesn't have to be the Mr. President song.
No, no,
just
no,
any
we'll just-
Marilyn.
Yeah, Marilyn.
Yep.
Marilyn.
Not Marilyn Manson.
It could even be the Playboy cards with Marilyn on the cover.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Any Marilyn card.
Yeah, any Maryland
I've got
cards.
one of those.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we will we'll do a little social post up of all the Marylands and
And they're going to send us a message. How are we working this?
yeah, they'll send us a message via Facebook or Instagram
Yep.
With
And
the card. Like it's got
with a picture of the
Picture of
card
the card.
saying, "Hey, can I get this one graded?" Send it
Actually,
to me.
they're going to say happy birthday.
Yeah, they can say that too. Yes, they do have to say happy birthday.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
But you know what? By sending us a picture of the card, that's actually
happy birthday, Mr. General Manager.
yep, that's it. That's exactly what it needs to say. But you know what we could do? We could get. Did you guys all get bombarded by someone who works in here with an app that you can make pictures sing songs to you?
No.
How good would it be? You did.
No.
No, you didn't either.
Maybe it
Oh,
was just
Jesus,
you.
I did. Me and my wife were singing the Titanic song, which was terrifying. But
Shout
maybe
out
we'll get
Jen.
yeah.
Well done, Jen.
No, it was just terrifying.
I love
Yeah.
you, Jenny.
Maybe we'll get
Jen's the
maybe we'll
best.
get the cards to sing the
Sing.
song, sing Happy Birthday to us.
We
See,
could
there
do
was
that.
a reason that I went off on a tangent.
That would be awesome. So any
You love
Maryland
a
card.
tangent.
So just so we get this right, they're going to
5.
send it via
Instagram,
socials.
Yep, just to say, hey,
a
I've
picture
got
of the
one.
card and they're going to say happy birthday.
Yep,
Mr. General Manager.
And then Mr. General Manager is going to get them graded for free.
for free, and I'll post them back.
And he'll pay the postage personally.
Yep,
Jesus.
And then he will also make that card sing happy birthday.
I'm going to give it my
Using
best
an
shot. I'm going to give that bit my
And then
best
we'll
shot.
put that on socials.
And if that doesn't work, if I can't use that app,
You will hold it and sing happy birthday, Mr. President.
I will do that, and I'll
Dressed
also
as Marilyn Monroe.
just go and talk to Ruby and see
See
what
if
she can
Rubes will
do.
it. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, that's exciting. So it is our birthday. We've made 1 year. To all those haters out there that said we wouldn't last 3 months, fuck you. So
You know,
that's a technical
can I
term.
just say something? At the start of this show, at the start of this
I knew
podcast,
where that was going straight
Yeah.
away.
but at the start of the podcast, you said the word shit.
Shit, fuck.
Right, and then you just said shit, and you went, "Oh, sorry." And since then, you've dropped far worse, and just like rolled with it.
But anyway, we just
That's
roll
good.
with that.
That's
we
good.
could talk about one of the other companies out there, but we won't.
No, we won't. So, what's coming up for us? We are going to Parramatta in a couple of weeks.
Parramatta, yep.
So, the people at Westfield are graciously hosting us.
Wow.
Use your words,
Hostedly
Rob.
gracious.
So the general manager's been celebrating early.
Oh yeah, I'm on the
That's not Pepsi Max, ladies
product
and gents.
placement.
It's
Pepsi
the lemon.
Max. Yeah, so we're going out to there. That's on September 17, 18, 24 and 25.
Well done on that, bud. Like, it is the first big thing you've done as the GM of Platinum Standard Grading, and we are very grateful. It was massive that yourself and Christopher put together this deal that no other grading company in this country has ever had.
Or even tried.
Well, there you go. So, well done, guys.
Yeah.
I think it's massive to get someone like Westfield behind us that are giving us that kudos. And Jelly, yes, I do like an F-bomb. Thank you for asking.
So we got that. And then October we go to the
Hobby Hangout.
and then November we go to the Adelaide
Adelaide.
Card Show.
Yep.
And then I reckon we'll be able to announce what you're talking about very shortly. as I'm doing a road trip next week to have a chat to someone about that.
Nice.
So yeah, that'll be great.
Nice.
So that's all coming up. In the card world, anything interesting coming up release wise?
I haven't seen anything.
We've heard a lot of rumours at
Yeah.
the moment. There's a lot of rumours.
Are these ones that you started or are
Of
these
course.
actual ones?
Oh, I start all the rumours. No, there are rumours of an Australian company that manufacture cards coming out with a special release for potentially some athletes coming to the country
Oh, that's.
Oh wow.
or in the country. Or
Will
around
these
the
be
country.
ones that we'll be able to grade these ones?
Oh yeah, 100%. And the thing is, it is very exciting news. There's a lot of people working in the background to make that happen, and some very big names in the industry will be endorsing it, which is really nice.
That's fantastic.
Sweet.
Chris,
No, I've got nothing.
you got
as
nothing
usual.
coming up?
No.
There's a new AFL release coming up. So
Is that
What's
is it-
that?
Has it been confirmed?
no, but it's coming up.
Yeah.
And what is that normally? The one at the
That's-
end of the year.
Yeah, it's a series 2. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. They had to bring the last release forward and push this one back because of some printing issues,
That's right.
some delays there. But no,
So-
looking forward to that one. That's going to be great. We don't know what it's going to be called. Probably Optimum 2 because they tend to go 2 years
Ooh,
in a
I love
row.
Optimum.
Yeah, Optimum, great price.
Optimum
so.
2's
They
even
have
better than
the,
Optimum.
they
Well,
have a
and
lot
then
of
the
the
next year it'll be
autos.
Optimum Prime.
Optimum Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
they
be
should do
sick.
that.
Love that. Love that. And we'll be able to actually get the card and put it
It
together.
goes-
Do you know that's funny?
And
They
transform.
Team Coach do that.
Do they?
Yeah, Team Coach have one of those cards. They're funky. Do that, and then it changes a picture on it. It's like,
They're nice.
So now it's grades
really
up.
One
too.
other thing we got in the card space at the moment, and we did mention it last week, and we're going to mention this every week, is that the great man Robert Verhoeve actually did. We're paused when we're spinning in circles.
We're back.
We're back.
We're
Sorry
back.
about that. And Ruby's finger's right across the screen. That was really nice. That was Ruby's finger from the netball grand final she
that's-
lost
yeah.
last night. But
but she caught the
Good
ball
job,
well.
Who's in
Ruby.
the grand final?
I was just a
It was
game.
round 1. Should be playing every week.
Yep, and
That's
Every
round 2.
Tuesday night
At the Arundel
At Arundel.
Indoor Centre.
We will be there. We'll be going live 1 week.
One
Not
week, we
confirming
will.
when it
1
is.
week next
That'll be
week.
fun.
Next week.
Next
Yep.
week.
I didn't want to put any pressure on anyone.
So back to where back to where I was. So what I want to do is shout out every week, Rob, of the stuff that you've done for men's health in this country is amazing, and the thing that we're doing with some raffles and some other auctions and other bits and pieces like that. Tyson Beck signed some cards for us when we were down in Melbourne. They're currently being graded and encapsulated, and they will be up for
the first one
auction
will be this week by Monday.
by Monday. So it'll be for next week.
And where will that be?
We're going to put it on our socials.
On PSG?
On PSG, on
Okay.
our Facebook page.
Yep.
So we'll
And
run
our
it through there.
partners, like all our partners that are on board now that are listening, if you guys can share the shit out of that, that would be really,
Yeah.
really good to get as many out there as we can.
So we're going to be running the auction on Instagram or Facebook.
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 We'll do it on
Will it be
Facebook.
like a, just so I know, because I've had a couple of people ask me about it.
Yep.
Will it be like a hour-long thing or like?
No,
how's
we'll
the-
do it for, say, 3 days, 2 or
3
3
days.
days,
Yep.
just so that
Yeah.
people can see it.
Yep.
And we'll
Why
run
don't
it
we
like
start at Monday and then we finish it during the live podcast?
during the live podcast. I
Each
love
week.
it.
That's a great idea.
Fucking
Come
genius.
on.
Sorry, Jelly.
Yeah. So, yes, we will do that. We will start it on Monday to finish at 1:45 next Thursday.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is we will do we'll do it like the final 5 that a lot of these auction pages do, so that it gives everyone a
Keeps
chance.
going.
But yeah, the first one will be an AFL card, and because it's Dustin Martin signed by Tyson Beck, which is pretty cool. But we will have all different kinds of things there as well. And if I could just, I mentioned before that someone kept ringing me, and he actually emailed me, and it's just about something local card shop does as well. Is that we do take donations of base cards,
We do.
and then what we do with those is we put them into little packs and we give them to the Children's Hospital. So
Awesome.
Mate,
the kids,
how's the kids' faces, though?
oh look.
it's
I
one of the best things you'll ever see giving kids cards.
Yeah, and like for the hospital, we haven't been able to go in there because of COVID.
Yep.
But the feedback we get is that kids that are sitting in their beds day in day out, then the next day they go past and they're sitting on the end of their bed talking to each other, trading cards.
And the
That's
thing is,
cool.
it's not just the kids in there, it's also the kids' brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
and the fact that they've got to sit there all day with their brother that's sick or whatever,
Yeah.
and they get to actually then play with them and do stuff with them. I think that's
But I look
amazing.
at it even bigger. The
Makes you go all tingly.
the doctors and nurses in these places that look after these kids just do such a good job. And
They're amazing.
if the kids have got half, if they've got a little bit of engagement in something, it makes their job easier too.
Jelly, to answer your question, mate, how do you get them base cards to us? Any local card shop, either in Brisbane or on the Gold Coast, or if you want to send them up to PO Box
156
156 at
Churn Park.
Churn Park,
C-H-I-R-N.
CHIRN
Park,
Park, Queensland 4215.
We'll stick that up on the socials as well if you want to send them up to us.
Jeez, you put me under pressure there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, every card will go to the kids, and at the same time, they've been doing them a little bit different. They do them in teams. They do them in mixed up. They do a bit of Pokemon, a bit of sport.
Yeah, we give
all
the
that
kids
stuff.
give the kids
It's
a
great.
choice of what they want. So
I love it.
NBA, NFL, NRL, AFL, cricket.
If anyone else wants to get involved in this, there's many hospitals around the country.
Yeah.
We're happy to put them together. We're happy to organise and do all that sort of stuff. And if you've got the local one, we've got a massive distribution network now. We're happy for all our distribution partners to get on board, and we can actually get them to donate locally as well. So, yes, Jelly, it is where you send your graded cards, mate. That's the way that we like to do that. So, boys, I'm
Yes.
going to go and eat some cake.
Happy birthday.
Is it ice
Happy
cream
birthday.
cake?
Oh, I don't know.
If it's not ice cream cake, there's going to be trouble.
Can you drink beer and eat ice cream cake at the same time?
You can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything
Yeah.
you want if you set your mind to it.
Yeah, just might
think
not,
that's
might not end well. but
Yeah.
And the only reason is because I just saw Rach joined the cast.
Probably
the way,
about
we
to
love
write to say
Rach.
hurry up.
Rach
and
is the
close.
best,
Yeah.
The boss.
the boss lady, and she hasn't actually put here come upstairs for beer and ice cream cake. But I think by
I
the
think
fact
by
she
her
joined,
joining, yeah.
we've actually been given
Yeah, this is
the
your 5-minute warning.
Wrap
is this
it
the
up.
wrap up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Wrap it up?
This is wrap it up.
Well, it's going to be 8 days until we all meet again in
8
this
days.
in this studio.
And what's going to happen on day 8?
We're going to have the end of an auction.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. Looking really forward to that.
Last words, Pugs. This is for everyone.
Protect your cards.
Excellent.
It's not hard.
Find really weird cards and shit and show us them.
Oh,
Like send them to us, send us pictures, all that sort of stuff. We love variety and different cards.
Collect this.
Collect this shit.
That's what Rachel wrote.
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
Which is the name of a podcast.
Is it?
Yes.
That's interesting.
There's been
Coming
a,
up in the near future.
There's been a little bit of feedback after when you weren't here. I committed you to that one.
Yeah. Just love being committed to podcasts.
It's actually called Collect
Collect
This,
This.
isn't it? Is that the way you do it, boys?
Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah,
Something like that. All right. Let's go have some cake.
that's it.
Happy
Let's do it.
birthday.
Thanks, guys and girls. Appreciate you all.
Thanks again, Ruby.
Ruby's about to push the
Ruby,
stop button.
don't forget,
She's a
Go,
good catcher.
Ruby.
Arundel
Go,
indoor.
Ruby. Go,
Arundel
Ruby.
indoor. Wednesday, Tuesday night.
Go platinum. Go platinum.